That is devastating footage. Apparently filmed Sunday night at the Phase 8 amusement park in Punjab's Mohali district. 50 different riders is obviously taking place in India. Riding on a theme park, having every reason to believe that everything's gonna be okay. And then the ride collapses. Now, thankfully, no one lost their life. It is shocking that no one lost their life. But according to one eyewitness, says they picked up the injured, rushed to the hospital. The fairground bouncers apparently tried to threaten them for intervening, and the organizers of the fair apparently fled the scene. So added layers of irresponsibility on top of apparently not actually making sure that the ride was safe. Some of the victims, by the way, were as young as 10, and all are apparently receiving treatment now at hospitals in the area. The extent of injury is unclear. It is theoretically possible that some might lose their lives. As of right now, they have not. And there is something, Ben, I think we can all agree, like these theme park like ride failures are so rare, but there is something so terrifying about the prospect, and seeing it like that is devastating. It is very rare, and nobody lost their life in this case, but just to see something fail like that is difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it is really, really terrifying. Like, I don't know, like I never go on rides like that. To be honest, like personally, I'm very, very terrified of them. It takes me a lot to get even on just like a regular roller coaster. And so like, I don't know, it's just really, really horrifying. But my hearts go out to all those people, because especially like it's supposed to be a moment of joy, right? It's supposed to be like a carnival and a fun time. And to see like a tragedy like that, it's just like, it's just really, really horrifying.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd have no idea, because the failure of the ride feels for 95% of the time like the success of the ride. It's dropping, but it's dropping too far. So you're not even you're not even physically ready for that to happen. And I'm just gonna throw it as a final thought. I mean, maybe some of the viewers of this show might be young enough that this isn't a thing that would inform how they watch that video. But for me, like growing up in a time where the Final Destination movies were coming out. Ben, are you familiar with the Final Destination movies?
I mean, I've seen the commercials for them. I'm not one that's partial to scary movies.
Okay, well, one of them involved a roller coaster accident. Basically, any of the premises of those movies, whether it's a plane or logs falling off a truck, that stuff stays with you. I'm not a big one for thinking that like consuming scary art or anything like that has negative ramifications. But it definitely has informed what I think about amusement park rides, and irrationally so. As I said, these are very rare. Millions of people ride on these things constantly without any failures, and yet I can't help but think about it, probably because of that movie. Anyway, good to hear that everyone at this point seems to be okay. They are looking into the people who organized this, who apparently fled the scene, according to authorities. They are going to keep the fair open. It's gonna be open for a couple more days. To take extra care. That's what my advice to the organizers would be.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.